Imagine the early 20th century, a time when horses were giving way to horseless carriages. The streets were filled with a new kind of vehicle-electric cars. They were a sight to behold, gliding silently through the streets, free from the clatter and fumes of their gasoline counterparts. They were the epitome of modernity, a beacon of the future. Yet despite their initial popularity and the many advantages they held over horse-drawn carriages and early gasoline cars, the reign of electric vehicles was not to last. Enter the gasoline car. With the mass production of affordable models like the Ford Model T, the tide began to turn. Suddenly, the world was introduced to a vehicle that offered longer range and faster refueling times, opening up limitless possibilities. Gasoline cars had a distinct edge over their electric counterparts. They could go the distance, quite literally. Imagine being able to drive hundreds of miles without having to stop for fuel. Then, when the tank did run dry, a quick pit stop at a gas station, and you were back on the road, no waiting around for hours while batteries charged. Moreover, the mass production techniques employed by pioneers like Henry Ford made these gasoline cars affordable for the average person. This was a game changer. The combination of affordability, convenience, and extended range made gasoline cars irresistible to consumers. By the 1920s, gasoline cars had taken over the roads, leaving electric vehicles in the dust. Electric vehicles faced significant hurdles in the early 20th century. Limited battery life and a lack of charging infrastructure were among the main barriers. A pivotal era, the early 1900s, saw electric vehicles grappling with technological limitations. Early batteries were not only expensive but also had a limited lifespan, placing a cap on how far and how long these vehicles could run. The concept of range anxiety was born, as drivers worried about the distance they could travel before their batteries ran out. Moreover, the scarcity of charging stations made long-distance journeys a challenging feat. Imagine embarking on a road trip, only to find yourself stranded miles away from the nearest charging point. And even when one could find a charging station, the time taken to recharge was considerably longer than refueling a gasoline car. These challenges led to the decline of electric vehicles, marking a period of dominance for gasoline cars. This era marked a turning point in the history of transportation. The shift from electric to gasoline cars fundamentally reshaped the automobile industry, setting the pace for a century of unprecedented advancements. This change touched every corner of society, influencing everything from urban development to global geopolitics. Yet, in the grand scheme, this was but a brief detour. This period marked a temporary setback for electric vehicles, but as we know, innovation never stops. Stay tuned to incredible car facts that blow your mind for more stories from the fascinating world of automotive history.